All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. And today I wanted to talk to you about what will happen when all of the Bitcoins are mined in 2040. First, let's get into it. What is the verse of the day? 1 Peter 5:7. Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. I love this verse, guys. Basically, it means don't worry about tomorrow. We aren't promised tomorrow. Don't be anxious in anything, but go about in everything in prayer and petition, and always praise God and thank Him for the time He's given you. Shouldn't be anxious, guys. Don't worry about that next job or that am I going to keep my job tomorrow or am I going to be able to afford to pay my bills? No, don't worry about that. If you're gonna do what's right, you're gonna make it into the kingdom in heaven, and that's all that matters. All right, so let's go over to the blockchain.com. So this is just on Block Explorer. So we're gonna talk about what happens with this is just gonna be a quick video, like 1 minute, 2 minutes long. So when the Bitcoins are all mined, we have been going through a halvening right now. So first it went to 50, then first it was 50 Bitcoins every block. Then it went to 25. Then it went to 12.5. Now it's currently at 6.25. So I'll show you this right here so you can see 6.25 is the block reward. So these blocks come out about every 10 minutes or so. So if you guys are curious what they are, you can actually go on blockchain.com and you can see all of these blocks. So we'll just open up any of them. So we'll say this one. So it opens up this wallet. This is the guy, this person right here, or this hash was the hash that was solved, and it goes to a certain wallet. You can open up the hash and see who got it in the wallet. So it talks to this guy getting the wallet. So whoever this is, they got all the BTC. But in this transaction, they got a total of 6.77 BTC. So that's where this comes in, the fee reward. So those Bitcoin fees that you have to pay, like when you send a transaction, the miner who wins that block gets those fees. So once this Bitcoin reward goes to zero, that miner is going to technically be incentivized with just this. So just for calculation purposes, there's a lot of videos out there saying every time, okay, Bitcoin at least is going to 4 or 5x what it is now, or like 100,000, 250, 250,000. Some people are saying a million by 2025. So, okay, so just rounding all those numbers, this is not financial advice. Let's just assume 2040. If they're saying 2025, instead of a million, we'll say 250,000. So if 2025 and then you got 2040, so let's say 15 more years, let's just calculate and say, okay, the price of one Bitcoin would be $2 million. So what you would do is you take $2 million and then with the $2 million, it's just going to be equal to one Bitcoin. So in this scenario, the fee reward is 0.5 Bitcoins. So what that means is the mining reward in that scenario would be over $1 million. So right now with this mining reward, it is, what's the current price? Or we'll just say it's 6.77 times, it's 18,000 right now. We'll just say 18,000. Currently, this reward was worth $121,000. So if you were to say Bitcoin hit 2 million in the future, that would mean the reward would be about $1 million on this transaction. Or let's just say for just to be on conservative side, let's say it reaches 1 million. That would mean that the reward would be 500,000, which is still more than this reward. Okay, let's be more conservative than that. Okay, 500,000. So that means this reward would still be $250,000, which is still more than the current reward. So if miners are still considering and going with transactions, then in the future, and it hits that price, then it is sustainable with that. So, well, that's more than sustainable. That's profitable, in my opinion. Let's go to see what a reward was. I don't know. Let's try to go way back. Man, this is going to go way, way back. We'll try to add 10. I'll fast forward in the video so you guys can see it. Okay, so we picked one of these transactions. This was right before the halving. This is when the Bitcoin block reward was 12.5 BTC. So this is when Bitcoin transactions were really slow. So like if you look, this one was only 33 bytes. Let's see how many fees were in this one. This is when there was like no adoption. So this is like not even a Bitcoin. So the more adoption it gets, the more transaction fees there are going to be, because there are more transactions there are going to be on the blockchain, period. So like, see, this one has this many bytes. Let's see. Yeah, these are all, oh, well, no, that's not a larger one. But I mean, you get the gist. So like if we pick this one that's a little bit larger, this one's going to have a bigger reward because it's got more bytes on it. So more fees are involved in that because it's got more transactions on it. So you can also see the transaction volume. There's 111,000 or I'm sorry, 11,154 BTC worth, and there was 2,727 transactions. So the more transactions there are, the more fees that are going to be involved. So like this had less transactions, so your fee is going to be less. But basically this is to show that fees are basically going to take the place of the reward. So when that comes into fruition, then the fees are going to take the place. So if you guys factor it in like this, you have Visa, MasterCard, Amex, Discover. They all work between a like 1 to 3% spread, and that's being that's overcompensating for it, because you got to factor in they got customers that will file disputes. They lose some disputes. They lose money that way. They have to handle with the chargebacks, or they have to handle with customers just not even paying their bills. So you got to factor that in. So they're losing more than a 1% to 3%. And then they even offer like cashback thing or cashback rates for shopping at certain stores and rewards cashback. So they're making money on just tiny margins. So if they're making money on tiny margins, you can see that Bitcoin is sustainable with that option, with the fee reward just being out, or with the fee being the only reward for a block mine. So if you guys found this video helpful, go ahead and smash that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you don't like this video, hit that dislike button. If you have any questions or comment, leave them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And thanks for watching, guys. And remember, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares. Thanks, guys.